The following podcast is recorded and produced by the Podcast Precinct in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com. The Podcast Precinct. Consistency, creativity, culture.
The Nostalgia Funhouse proudly dedicates all episodes in the loving memory of Connie Chirac. So, Johnny, I've been hearing really great things about this Nostalgia Funhouse. It just brings back so many great memories.
Andrew, the only reason I'm moving in line with you here is that you really vouched for this show. So I'm just going to believe you that this is the show that, I've been wanting, which is just talking about all the fun stuff from our yesteryear and the years before. And I really hate anything meta. So I'm glad that what we're doing right now is not that.
Oh, no, definitely. What is meta? Isn't that Ron Artest's new name?
Well, add World and Peace to it, sure.
Yeah, but this is great. They last year they were tearing play sets and Halloween costumes.
Well, that sounds cool.
They get these weird court recordings from pop culture courts.
Does anybody care about court cases?
These ones are kind of cool. They put Scott Kelvin on trial. Poor old Santa Claus there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, man. You know what the best part about this is though? Is I hear they always got a really great sponsor. You can check it out right there.
From the Black Hole Collection comes Rio Control Vincent.
A superior species of intelligence.
Vincent, I'm sending you on a dangerous mission.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Batteries not included. When you talk in here,
Proceed to kitchen.
it sounds as if Vincent is talking.
When Vincent talks, everyone listens.
Hi, Vincent.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
And when danger threatens,
Sound the alarm! When you have a job done, call a robot.
Well done, Vincent.
Radio Control Vincent. Assembly required. By Mego.
Welcome to the Nostalgia Funhouse. I'm Johnny and he's Andrew, and we're about to go where no man has gone before. No, not on some sort of Star Trek. We're going right into a black hole. Or the black hole of all black holes. The movie, The Black Hole.
Disney's The Black
Hole.
There is an inexorable force in the cosmos where time and space converge. A place beyond man's vision, but not his reach. It is the most mysterious and awesome point in the universe, where the here and now may be forever.
On my ship, you ask.
It is unavoidable, moving through space, swallowing everything in its path. Radio waves, light.
Are you programmed to speak?
Even planets and stars.
That madman is headed straight for the black hole. What'll we do? We wait.
It's all right. It's okay. Now,
Gravity's at maximum, Dan.
my God, I think it's got us. Man is about to enter
We got a break here too.
the black hole. A journey that begins where everything ends.
This is Disney's answer to, I guess, Star Wars and Star Trek at the time. Sci-fi was getting kind of big,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Hey, let's jump on that train. Let's get on that shuttle. Let's get out into space, and let's see what we can do." And they did that with whatever this is. Andrew, this was my first time ever seeing this movie. I'd heard of it, but I'd never watched it until I did it for this show. And it is, I got to say, for better or for worse, it's stuck with me.
I've never watched it either other than this. What intrigued me to watch this was I used to watch this show called The Toy Hunter. And this
Yes, I know that show. Yes,
Okay.
I used to watch
And
it.
he
He
found
would
a-
literally go looking for toys at places. Yeah,
and he found a whole set of black hole toys. Of the black hole toys. And I was
Wow.
like, what is this? And he's explaining the movie. And I was like, you know what? If I ever get a chance, I want to watch this.
I kind of wish the black hole had a child and it was a boy and he can have a black hole son.
It's just that's all I kept on thinking in my head was black hole sun
Won't you come?
wash away the rain.
All right, so this movie, if you have not seen it, it's on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Highly encourage you. It's only an hour and a half, which is kind of short for a sci-fi film, I will say. But I'm grateful for that hour and a half. I didn't want it to be any longer than that. But we're going to try to do something a little different here and explain the plot to you without looking at any of our notes.
These toys are horrible.
Oh, send me a picture. I don't remember what the toys look like. There's no way they look great though.
I don't know if
And why would there be toys of anything other than the robots? Because they were by far the best part. Bob was great.
played by Slim Pickens.
I know, yeah. I
I
recognize that voice. Yeah.
I was like, what?
Bob was the best. All right. So this movie, and by the way, it's the only one in the movie. I was so confused by how this movie starts that I was like, this has to be like a sequel to the first movie of the black hole because of how it starts. No, this is the only.
Yeah, it starts off with the crew from the Prometheus.
They're already in space.
Yep, and they're
This movie just assumes you know who these people are.
and this is not like that was the other thing too, is it's not like a throne. It felt like they actually tried to do something like because Robert Forrester's in this.
Yeah.
And so is Ernest Borgnine.
Right, yes.
So
He was the one who was recognizable to me right away.
yeah, then Robert Forrester later on, and I was like, oh, that's the dude from Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent you a picture through Facebook.
Okay, I'll check it out here in a second. Yeah.
But they're floating through space, and what is it? They come across the abandoned ship by the black hole.
Yeah.
And it is one of the crew members. What was her name? Kate.
Yes. Oh, who by the way, I guess has some sort of telekinesis power, but only with robots.
Yeah. Can I just say that blew my mind? Like when they got
It's out of nowhere.
they got sucked in through like to the black hole gravitational thing. And then all of a sudden they had to make repairs. And Vincent is this C3PO R2D2 hybrid.
Yeah, but he looks like a shorter version of the original Lost in Space robot in a way.
Yeah. And so they sent him out to do repairs, and then out of nowhere, what's Robert Forrester character name? Captain Dan Holland.
Yeah, the captain says, "Hey, tell him to get back into the ship, and she just thinks it to the robot, to Vincent, and Vincent goes, "Okay."
Yeah, like there's a whole like link. Like you don't
Yeah.
even like they don't even try to like explain anything.
No, it's never explained. It's
Drop.
just that's a part of it.
Yeah. You should know this. Same thing when
Yeah.
they're going through the ships. They're like, what ships are in the area? And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this one, this one, this one. And you're just automatically supposed to know.
Yeah.
Because you don't. But
Just to give everybody an idea, this movie, again, this film feels like it was a thrown out script to a Star Trek episode to me.
yeah.
But it's a full-fledged film, and basically they come upon what's the name of the big ship that they came upon where the
damn, Anthony Perkins was in this too. It starts with a C, like the
Yeah.
Cyprus. Cyprus.
Cyprus, something like that.
Yeah, CYGNUS.
Yeah. And there's a mystery afoot.
Okay, Kevin Garnett.
We love you, KG.
We do.
And so they get onto the ship, and something's weird. Where's the crew at? Right? Where's the crew?
Well, first you got to remember they got attacked because they did have guns.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Or ray guns. I don't know. And all of a sudden they got blasted out of their hands.
Yes.
And
yes.
Robots came to get them.
And the robots take them to, I guess, the command center of the ship. And that's where you meet that other character's name.
Dr. Hans Reinhardt.
Reinhardt, that's it, yeah. And he's surrounded by, I guess, robots is what you think they are at first.
Ooh.
And Maximilian's his main robot, who is an actual robot. It's kind of but the big reveal is the crew that was there with him on the ship originally are all now cyborgs, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, because they were supposed to go back to Earth, but he wanted to stay to go through the black hole.
Right. Yeah. So by the way, this movie is called The Black Hole, and the whole thing is about the black hole, but they literally do not go through it until the very end of the movie.
Yes.
So they were definitely thinking we're going to get more movies out of this.
The way that they find out is that they do some sneak stuff.
Yeah.
And they watch like some weird robot funeral happen, like a la Star Trek.
Yeah, like when the search for Wrath of Khan, right before they search for Spock.
Yep. Well, you can't search for him while he's on the Enterprise. Well, if he doesn't show up for duty, isn't that still search for Spock?
I guess so. Yeah, you got to find him.
He's a Vulcan, so he's always there.
He's never late.
But they're talking to Reinhardt, and he's like, "Listen." Oh, he tells Kate that her father's dead, but
yeah. Oh, Kate's father was originally on this ship.
Yep.
On this ship. Yeah.
And what is it? Dr. Alex Durant is the only one. He's from the Prometheus. He's the only one that's like with Reinhardt. Like, yeah, let's go through this black hole. And everybody's like, no. Like you said, there's weird stuff before they find out.
Yeah. And also the black hole will kill us.
Yeah. But Reinhardt says he's come up with a way to not get killed through the black hole.
Yeah, to kind of keep the ship from being crushed by the black hole. So that's kind of the genesis of this movie. But the big reveal is the doctor has lost his marbles, and he ultimately goes, "Oh well, I guess we gotta. We're going through this black hole, whether you want to go or not." And the one doctor that was on his side gets killed by Maximilian.
Yeah, but that's the other funny thing is Maximilian doesn't have guns. He's the only robot that has no ray gun.
Right. He just has like a spinning drill type thing. It comes out of his hands. Yeah.
Like everybody else, like
and I like how the doctor thought he would stop that with a book.
Yeah, an open one too.
Yeah. Yes. He didn't even use the hardback. Both parts of the hardback. What are you doing, dude? It's supposed to be smart.
Because your robot Vincent, or as he likes to be called, He likes to be called Vincent, but it stands for Vital Information Necessary Centralized Labor Force. Oh, 396.
Oh, thank goodness I didn't remember that. But
I
the
I'm staring at it. That's how
it's
this is
so as they start going through the black hole, the ships are getting torn apart. Ernest, I never say his last name right, but Borgnine is loses his nerve and tries to take off in the original good guys ship without all of them back in their ship yet, and he ends up getting blown out of the sky, so he dies. But that causes more damage to the main giant ship that everybody's on, and basically your good guys are trying to get away to an escape pod as they're getting chased by the robots. They're getting shot at left and right. Bob becomes my favorite character in this whole thing.
You want to know what Bob stands for?
Oh, more than anything I do.
Bob stands for Old Biosanitational Battalion Labor Force, and he is an LF-28.
There we go, Bob. I'm glad to give you that backstory. And Bob ends up sacrificing himself. He gets killed by Maximilian, but Maximilian gets defeated by Vincent. He doesn't get killed; he gets defeated. Yeah. And as the ship's falling apart, Reinhard has a giant part of the ship fall on top of him, like a big piece of the ship falls on top of him. So you think he's going to die, but spoiler, he does not. And then you think our heroes are going to get away because they get to the escape pod. No, sir. All of them get sucked into the black hole. We're going to go back through this movie here in a minute. But all of them get sucked into the black hole. And this is where the movie takes an even wilder turn than it already had.
I don't know what to say here.
I
want you to explain it, and then I'll read what.
Okay. Here's what I think happened. Somebody was on a fever dream when they wrote this, and also I guess the space is different in this movie because you don't need a spacesuit for it to be out in space.
Yeah, there was like a part where they were just like running through space.
Yeah, that happened multiple times. Like where space had no effect on these people. Bunch of Princess Leia's, I guess. Like it didn't matter.
Or rogue.
Yeah, a bunch of rogues. And so as they're going through, you catch Dr. Reinhardt just floating through space, and he sees Maximilian also just floating through space, and they meet up and they combine, and all of a sudden he's inside Maximilian, and then all of a sudden he's on a planet out of nowhere.
And then all those like black drones are. It looks like a hell scene from South Park.
Yes, yeah.
But all those black drones are just like down there, like walking, like marching towards you, like it's some weird Pink Floyd video.
Yeah.
And then,
so yeah, and then our heroes. There's so much that happens, and then the movie just kind of ends.
Yeah, like the heroes come out, I'm guessing from the other end.
Yeah. From the other end of the black hole.
Giant. Like my Taco Bell dinner. They just like float to like a planet or something.
Yeah.
So this is how whoever wrote this up for Wikipedia. The crew, I'll read it here. The crew nears the probe ship before being confronted again by Maximilian. He is fatally damaged by Bob before battling with Vincent as McCrae, Holland, and Pfizer continue to the probe. Vincent defeats his opponent by drilling into Maximilian's armor, disabling his system, and sending him hurtling into the black hole. Holland, Pfizer, McCrae, Vincent launch the probe, which they soon realize has been pre-programmed with the flight plan taking them directly to the black hole. R2-D2 would have fixed that.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Within the black hole, the Cygrus completely breaks apart. The drifting Reinhardt, like we said, and Maximilian merge above a burning hellish landscape populated by dark robed spectators resembling the drones. Meanwhile, the probe ship is led through we forgot about that. The cathedral like
Oh yeah, well it was all like a fever. I did say it was like a fever dream.
yeah, cathedral like arched crystal tunnel by a floating angelical figure. After the ship emerges from the white hole, Holland, Pfizer, McCrae, Vincent fly towards a planet near a bright star. And
All right,
that's where it ends.
all right, legit. When me and Andrew were talking to our friend Will, check out panel discussion, I could not remotely explain to him what I'd seen.
That doesn't even help it. I mean, it does, but I feel you literally have to watch this and experience it you're still not going to understand it.
I didn't even mention this part. The first 2 minutes, at least, of this movie is just a black screen with music playing. Nothing happens. It's just music. I literally thought that my app had crashed or had frozen. And I was like, is something wrong here? No, it just starts with 2 minutes of nothing.
I did the same thing. I was like, what is going on here? Like, this is horrible.
So
like,
when you're watching it, just know the first 2 minutes is just black screen.
I fast forward to just see if something was wrong.
Same. I did the same thing. Yeah.
I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah. I mean, this was like there would have been a perfect time to give me some sort of text to at least try to do a Star Wars thing and set me up with a little bit of backstory here.
Nothing.
But
what do you think this movie cost, Johnny? The budget for this. 1979 this came out.
Yeah. Oh man. And it's Disney.
It's Disney.
I'm really bad at numbers, especially from the not now with inflation and stuff. I'm going to say millions at least, though, right? Like they put a lot of money into this. You can tell from the looks of it.
Yeah.
Are you doing an inflation calculator?
No, I came up with another idea for you.
Okay.
Which movie do you think had a bigger budget? Star Trek, the original motion picture, or The Black Hole?
Well, both of them can be fairly boring.
Okay.
But at least Star Trek has characters I love.
I at least got through The Black Hole. I'm not.
Put that on a shirt.
I'm just throwing that out there.
That's a shirt. That's a shirt right there. I at least got through The Black Hole. Great shirt idea. Yeah, that original Star Trek movie is
not.
I want to say this probably was more expensive, right?
No.
Oh, Star Trek was more expensive. They didn't do anything.
Star Trek had a budget of $44 million.
That Star Trek movie, the original first movie, did less than this movie did. Like just, I mean, as in plot, like nothing. I feel like nothing happened on the original movie.
I fell asleep so quick. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it. This movie's budget for The Black Hole, Disney's The Black Hole, was $20 million. And domestically, it made $35.8 million. So
it did make a profit then, at least.
It did make a profit. I'm pretty sure a lot of it was because of the Star Wars Battlestar Galactica craze.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because you can just watch this movie and just see a lot of these characters are obviously, just takes on the characters that you know.
Here's my notes. Okay, I only have so many notes, but so first and foremost, I got Disney R2D2. LOL. Vincent would look better with no eyes.
Yeah, those eyes were dumb.
Yeah, the eyes were horrible. The floating. We forgot to talk about that. So they're trying to keep it sci-fi but realistic because when they're in their little ship in the beginning, the Prometheus,
There's no gravity.
yeah, they're floating everywhere, which is much different. I also do have ESP what?
Yeah,
Because like we said, it was just out of nowhere.
yeah. My note literally says she has powers.
Yeah, like they don't mention it or
Yeah.
anything. It's just it's just out of nowhere. Can you get a link up with Vincent?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
then
at first you
Vincent
think like she's
even
gonna
was
like get on. You think she's gonna get on a console or something, and like or some sort of walkie-talkie system. But no, she does it with by just thinking.
yeah. And then she's like, okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
It's so bad. The shooting gallery scene
Oh yeah, with the robots.
with the robots, and the one robot gets mad if he loses, and that's why Bob looks like a beat up piece of crap.
Yeah.
But then Vincent comes in and defeats him, and then I think he ends up killing him. I don't know. By the time I got to the end, I was a little
Lost.
yeah. When Maximilian kills Dr. Durant, like we said, and he just burrows through the book, that was nuts. I also have Harry, played by Ernest Borgnine. He was a little scary cat because he faked breaking his leg.
Yeah.
The most unlikable. I've not seen a lot of Ernest Borgnine stuff, but he normally plays a pretty lovable character.
Yeah, but he's not in this.
Not in this at all. And then at the end, obviously, we've already kind of gone over this. Is what kind of acid trip was the end?
Yes, because this is I'm telling you, people, out of nowhere, this movie changes into like some sort of psychedelic.
It
Like nowhere before this had this like remotely been hinted at that this is going to happen. I get that you're going into a black hole and you want it to seem wild and weird because nobody really knows what that's like.
Mhm.
So I get the idea of it, but the way that they do it, it's almost like think a Tron meets geometry class.
Ron meets Hellboy.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
it will freak you out because it comes out of nowhere. Like there's kind of like a fiery flame thing as they're going through, but out of nowhere, it starts getting weird the minute Reinhardt and Maximilian merge. Right there,
Yes.
you're like
The second, yeah, yes.
you're like,
Oh, the other thing I wanted to point out too, my favorite thing is the actors when they're supposed to make it look like they're having turbulence or whatever you want to call that in space, and they're shaking and jumping around. I feel like they don't know when to stop at the appropriate time because it really shows that the ship has stopped moving, but they're still kind of shaking around. I don't know if you noticed that happened a couple of times.
oh, it's not. I'm sorry, the ship's not the Prometheus, it's the Palomino. I'm getting my sci-fi ships mixed up.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to the gunfight at the end when they're leaving too. That it wasn't fun.
No.
Like you watch Star Wars, especially like A New Hope, and they're trying to leave the Death Star and there's that blaster battle and it's like, "Oh my goodness." In this one, it seems horrible because the robots just stand there.
Yes, there's not a lot of. They're not very animated robots.
They just
They're
stand
very rigid in how they move.
and then he's like, "Hey Vincent and Bob, go this way. We can catch him in the crossfire." And not one of those robots turn around as Vincent and Bob move
Yeah.
like behind them.
My favorite thing too was to watch those robots and try to guess by how they fell, which ones had people in them and which ones didn't.
That's pretty much the best part
Yeah.
of this. I it's just I don't know what to think of this. Vince,
That's how we explain this movie. We don't know what to think of this.
the other thing too is I don't know what to take Vincent as. Like he would always like drop little nuggets like in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's like, huh, when Kate, he's outside and Kate's like, Vincent just said that there are many old pilots and many bold pilots. but there are not many old bold pilots left. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, Vincent.
Yeah, he always tried to do that, like drop little words of wisdom, I guess be the way to put it. Little like he's trying to write a book with his little quotes in it to help people get through their day, daily affirmations.
I don't think anything really hit with that.
No, nothing in this movie hit. But yeah, it's somehow sticking with me, this movie. So
This is the ending.
yes.
How do you not? The ending is the craziest thing in the world.
Yes. The last 5 minutes of this movie is why you watch this movie.
Yeah, just fast forward it. Just
Yeah.
fast forward.
You're not missing anything. And this movie assumes you know everything anyway as soon as you're in it. So
It's not. I don't know who wrote this, but they're not very good at what they do. Also, I could see here somebody put down that a little actress known as Sigourney Weaver was supposed to play Kate,
oh wow, yeah.
but the
Well,
head
this would be about the time of Alien, right?
yep,
This is close to that, yeah.
but the head of casting development balked at the actress's unusual name and rejected her.
Wow, what an idiot.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, all the actors themselves were good in this. Like, none of this is their fault how weird this movie is.
It's not, yeah, they took it serious.
Yeah.
It's not like campy all over. This is like trying to, like, you took the most serious actors you could find and you gave them the most campiest script, but they still made it but they still acted serious.
Right, yeah. But it's not a comedy because that works in a comedy. I mean, that's how the actors in Airplane do it.
Yeah.
They all play it steadfast serious, but it's the humor in it is very stupid.
No, this is a space disaster film.
Yeah.
You do see the black hole in the background every single time.
Oh, that black hole is always there.
Yeah. It was this is interesting. Let's move on because every time I feel like we want to talk about it, we're just going right to the ending.
Yeah, because that's all there is. It's just the ending is the reason to watch this. Who would you play in this movie?
Oh, geez.
I'm Bob all the way. Bob, 100%.
Bob. I think I'll go with Robert Forrester's character, Captain Dan Holland.
Yeah.
I liked him. He just seemed very heroic in a way. Like he was trying to do something.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
This is up there with a worse script than what Lucas was writing for like the prequels.
Yes.
And they're just trying to do the best with what they were giving.
100%.
And I think Robert Forrester did the best with it. And I would definitely I would be Captain Dan there.
There you go, Captain Andrew. All right. How many black holes are we giving this?
Oh, geez.
Out of 5. This is the hardest movie that we've watched for me to review. Like, give a score.
Know what to think of it. I really don't. Like. I want to give it like a decent one, but then it's not. It's
the
not.
Fact it sticks with you. It's again. I don't feel that I like this movie. I don't think I liked it, but I can't stop thinking about it.
It's like oatmeal. It's like oatmeal in the morning.
Yeah. Yes.
It's supposed to stick to your ribs.
It's like a Butterfinger candy bar.
Yeah, you're not getting that out of your teeth or juice.
Right.
Not a fresh batch, of course.
Yeah.
not anything that's been sitting on the shelf. Oh, I don't like. I'm never gonna go back and watch this. Like, there's no
right. Yes, I agree there. I'm not watching this again, but again, I don't think I have to because I'm never going to forget this movie.
And this may hurt you. Is this better than Mac and Me?
Oh God, no.
Possibly. Is this better than No Holds Barred? That's another tough question.
I feel like it's on the same level.
It's all like in the same. I can't remember what I gave No Holds Barred. I know I gave it low. I will give this because it sticks with me. It's not the best. I will give this 2 black holes.
I was also thinking 2. I'm gonna give us 2 black holes. It's not a full black hole sun. It's just two black holes. And it's really hard to, there are some movies that are bad and like you just want to forget them and like they're just not good. This movie, and it's like you said, is almost entirely because of how they end this thing, how the ending of it. You will not forget it.
You won't. Now, if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, it's 41%
That feels about right.
and 45% for the audience score.
That seems fair to me.
I think this would make it like a really great cult classic.
Yes, I think it's gonna be a great. I want to see a documentary on the making of this thing.
Yeah, if I wasn't busy with other things this week, I would have definitely tried to check that out. But this was, I mean, it's a runtime of an hour and 37 minutes. So, I mean, if you got an hour and 37 minutes to kill, or you just want to watch something wacky, please do not be underneath the influence when the end comes.
Or B, if you want it to be even more wild. I don't know I was still cold sober watching this, and I can't forget it.
I can't. It's very much with me, like to the point where we told Will to watch it. We were like, just watch it. He's like, well, I don't know. I thought about no, just watch.
Yeah, just see it, and
just watch this movie once. That's all we're saying. Just once, put it away. If you like it, I mean, this is like going through this. Like, I'm not born at this point. My brother's not born, so I didn't really know about this, like I said, until the toy. But I'm wondering if there is a small cult following.
There's got to be, right? I think a lot of movies have little cult followings that you wouldn't even think did.
Of like black hole fans that are probably like, what are they talking?
Black hole fans.
And
oh, by the way, the action figures they look like take a Star Wars figure but make it boring.
Yeah, those are Mego. And Mego, Kenner at that point is probably the hottest action figure thing because G.I. Joe's dying out. Especially for 79 is other than Kettner because Kenner was Star Wars, but they look horrible. Mego also the Star Trek ones for the original motion picture. So,
oh man. I do want to do Wrath of Khan at some point. Just FYI, throwing that out there.
You just want a chance to say Sega Genesis.
No, I just want a chance to go Khan.
My kids got mad at me because when they re-released the Playmates toys, every time I go to Walmart and I see Khan, I can point to it and go Khan.
I do have the Funko Pop, so I get to say it every time I look at it.
Good luck.
Of Khan.
But that is it for the black hole as we go through the hellish landscape of this movie and get guided back by an angelical being. Johnny and I were fortunate enough not to be merged together.
Yeah. Thank goodness for Andrew's sake.
Get merged together. But yeah, check us out. Social medias, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. Johnny, you got anything?
Just long live Bob. Bob shouldn't have died. They should have let him continue to live. He's a robot. You can bring him back. Save Bob.
With that being said, what may not be nostalgia for you may be nostalgia for some.
Like the black hole.